Hey, hi. Did you know you could be earning 4 lakhs a month and still end the year with almost nothing saved? Sounds crazy, right? But this is the reality of half of India's high earners. And it's not just them. Even the middle class, despite rising incomes, is saving less than ever before. Why? No, it isn't inflation or bad budgeting. The answer lies hidden in the psychology of your brain. Let me explain. Back in 2009, psychologist Hal Hershfield made a breakthrough discovery. Your brain struggles to connect today you with tomorrow you. He called it future self theory. In simpler terms, your brain doesn't see your future you as you. It sees it as a distant stranger. And let's be honest, we rarely sacrifice much for some random stranger. That's why saving money feels less like self-care and more like charity. You're giving up comfort today for someone you don't even recognize. Think about it. You will happily spend 2000 rupees on a night out, but when it comes to putting the same 2000 rupees into retirement, suddenly it feels painful. Rationally, you know it's smart. Psychologically, your brain whispers, why give it to that stranger? And this isn't just you, it's a global pattern. Across countries, people save far less than they need for retirement. But here's where it gets trickier. When your brain sees future you as a stranger, it doesn't just make saving hard. It pushes you straight into money traps you swore you'd avoid. So what are these traps and how do they silently drain your wealth? Let's break them down. So if saving is a brain problem, then what exactly is your brain doing behind your back? It overprotects present you and undervalues future you. A survival instinct that once kept us alive, but today it backfires with money. That's exactly why saving feels so hard even when you logically know that's the right thing to do. Because as Hershfield's future self theory shows, your brain isn't neutral. It's being pulled by three hidden psychological forces that quietly distort how you see your future self. The stranger effect. When you imagine yourself at 70, your brain doesn't see you. It sees a stranger. More like that old person down the street. And honestly, why would you sacrifice your fun today for someone you don't even recognize? Feeling younger than you are. Most people feel 20% younger than their real age. If you're 40, you probably feel more like 32. That pushes retirement even further into the future. A later problem for the 50-year-old version of you, who you don't think about much today. Framing and emotions. Here's the kicker. Knowledge alone won't save you. You can memorize all the financial rules. But if the future feels vague and disconnected, saving will always lose to spending. It's why a night out with friends feels worth it instantly, while a retirement contribution feels like a boring sacrifice. It's not only you, even high-income earners fall into the same trap, living for today but completely underprepared for tomorrow. But here's the good news. These mental biases aren't fixed. You can hack them. In fact, behavioral science gives us clear three-part framework to rewire your brain. So saving money feels natural, almost automatic. Let's break them down step by step. So if your brain is wired against saving, how do you fight back? Not with discipline, not with self-control, but with easy, simple signs. Here are three powerful rewires that flip the script. So saving stops feeling like punishment and starts feeling automatic. Strengthen your connection to future you. If your brain sees future you as a stranger, make that stranger familiar. Write a letter to your 60-year-old self. Journal about what you want life to look like at retirement, where you will live, what your days will feel like. Remind yourself daily, your future self is you, not someone else. Research shows that people who feel emotionally closer to their future selves save more consistently, because every rupee set aside feels like a gift to themselves, not charity to a stranger. Make the future vivid and tangible. Abstract goals don't move us, vivid ones do. Use an age progression app or even just visualize, what will my 70-year-old morning routine look like? Imagine the home you will live in, the lifestyle you will maintain, and the freedom you will enjoy. Hershfield's research proved this works. When people were showed aged versions of themselves, they increased their retirement savings almost immediately. Why? Because the future suddenly felt real. Automate and shrink the frame. The best savers don't rely on discipline, They rely on systems. Set up payroll deductions or automatic transfers so saving happens before you even see the money. And shrink the frame. Don't obsess over saving 1 crore in 30 years. That's overwhelming. Instead, think saving 200 rupees a day. Small bite-sized goals make saving feel achievable, and when you hit them consistently, the long-term wealth takes care of itself. These aren't hacks, they are rewires. Do them once and your savings will run on autopilot. By connecting with your future self, making the future vivid, and building systems that remove friction, you're not depriving yourself today. You're protecting your freedom tomorrow. And that's how saving stops being a struggle and starts becoming your second nature. Saving isn't sacrifice, it's self-care. If they shifted the way you see money, hit like and share it with a friend who always says, I will start saving tomorrow, bro. And subscribe to Think Rich with Vishakh. Together, we will rewire the way we build wealth.